I did not clap too loud.
Yeah.
But how's everyone doing? What today I have
Yes,
Flexouz.
Flexouz. Yes.
Flexouz. Okay. On the Dragon Dance podcast, and really, honestly, you introduce
Okay.
yourself.
Hi, I'm Flexouz. I am a Dutch Twitch streamer which talks English. I also do YouTube on the side. I've been doing this since roughly 2014 already. Haven't really had like success yet, but I'm trying and I'm just doing my thing and I love it. And yeah, I'm glad to be here.
That's awesome. Sorry, it was a little bit dark. There you go. It doesn't look like I changed much on the camera. But so like I explained to you, there's a few questions I have, and if at the end of it, I'll say it's your go, and you could ask me questions.
I got some for you.
Oh, amazing! If you have any questions, like I said, it's usually at the end. But if you have
a question about a certain topic we're talking about, I'll just throw it out.
Yeah. Sorry.
4?
My brain.
Oh, okay.
No. Caffeine. But okay, so first question: what got you into content creation?
Well, I had a friend in like the first school you go to, until you're like 12. That's how it works in the Netherlands, at least. I had a friend which did that already, and we became best friends. So needless to say, I like helped him with it. And he was making like food videos where we would make certain types of food when you're 12. I know, right? And I really like that. And just over the years, I've just been going on and off creating content. In like 2015, 16, I joined the second biggest YouTube channel in the Netherlands. I was in like sort of their team. Yeah, they have like 980,000 subscribers now, and for in the Netherlands, that's insane. That's almost impossible to get because there's only 17 million people in this country. So if you have like almost 1 million subscribers, that's insane. Unfortunately, they stopped. They made content which YouTube didn't really like. It was just a lot of rough stuff. Sometimes blood.
Oh.
Sometimes blood.
Sorry.
But yeah, they had to stop, unfortunately, because they could not get ads anymore. And then I started doing stuff for my own.
Well, so that is a great way to start getting into it with being all part of. I think you said
at that time it was like the second or third biggest. Yeah, I've known them from when they were like at 10K or something. They actually lived like one house in front of me, almost. That's how I got to know. That's how I got to know them. So that was very easy. I actually did like how do you call that? When you have to get like a sort of job with your school, or like test it out for like a week or something. You have to go work a little bit.
An internship.
Hold on. Okay, yeah, that's not right. Hold on.
I know what.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's an internship. Sorry. Yeah. My first language is not English, so.
Okay, I was like, okay, I
yeah.
knew it. Yeah, and it's so when saying that you kind of grew up around it in a sense. That's a good way of putting it. Like your friend was into it. Your first internship was in content
such
creation.
A big channel, actually.
So you would say, in a sense, it was just a great start.
Yeah. Well, of course, when I was with them, after like a while, I started my own channel because that's what people do, right? They sort of work for a YouTuber, and then they're like, oh, maybe I can do this myself as well. And I did that in Dutch. That's where most of my subscribers come from as well. I think like 1.6k come from that other channel that now is now dead. That's why I have like 2k. It's 2k is like it's still a good amount, I would say, but 2k is like these days. I mean, let's be honest, right? There's just so many people that have like 100k. When I started out, if you had 100k, it was like, whoa, out of your mind. Like the first Dutch YouTuber that got 100k, it was like the biggest thing that happened here. And over the years, it's been so sort of normal for people to get 100k. It's actually insane.
Yeah, I see what you mean with that. It's like it's still
bro,
a big
it's
number,
insane. If I could ever get that, I would be so happy, of course. But it is still insane, yeah. But just the amount of people that have it now is just, it's a little like less special than it was like 5 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, when YouTube started, when people were freaking out when you hit 100 subscribers.
Oh yeah,
and now,
dude.
And now there's like channels going like your first 100 subscribers and such. And
well, I have to say, your first 10k is like really hard to get, I would say.
Oh yeah,
like that's why the first 100 is also like really good, because you basically start from nothing on a platform where so many people are. You have like 100 subscribers. If you think about it, 100 people found your channel and actually like you. That's pretty insane. I actually don't know, how much do you have?
I actually hit 100.
Congrats.
Recently.
Just 100 people liked you and actually said like, hey, I'm going to subscribe to him.
Yeah, and I bet you're the same way when you see your channel grow in subscribers and such. It's like, okay, why?
Yeah.
But you primarily do Twitch,
yeah,
is that correct?
I mostly stream now. That's what I love to do.
I'm trying to find my mouse. There's my mouse. And one second, I'm actually following you on Twitch.
Gonna build that this way.
I'm trying to remember how much you actually have. Oh, you're at 210.
Yeah.
I need a mocha.
Yeah, I have like 210 followers. They mostly come from one game though. I don't want to like brag about it or anything, but in a game I was like sort of the best. People said I was the best at that game. It was like a small community with like 3k people in that game, and like everyone knew me. Everyone was like, oh my god, Flexouz and stuff like that. So that's where like those followers come from. But when I stopped playing that game, they were all gone. Nobody like watched me anymore, etc.
So it's one of those things where it's like, man, I know I'm good at this game, but I'm not really enjoying it anymore, so let's change it up.
Yeah, I recently joined that game again. I was like, oh yeah, let's play. I was in the lobby and I was already bored. Like I didn't want to play. Well, it was
what game was it?
It originally was Microvolts. I don't know if you know that. Yeah, the developers of that game stopped caring about it ish. Eventually closed it. Someone else took their game illegally, by the way, made money off it, and is now like that game sort of still to this date up and running.
Gotta love when people take stuff.
Yeah, well, I have to say he made some big bucks with it, but you know it's illegal because like, you know, PayPal, if you charge back, like report a problem where you like bought something, they don't even reply. They don't even care because they know they won't win the case. They have like a sort of system where when money comes in, it instantly goes away. And like a lot of PayPal accounts like, I know buying, it's called RT, like the currency there. I remember buying like every week, like once RT, and every time the email was different, then I started noticing this is not right. It can't be, right?
Yeah, it's like something's fishy here. So then you switch to Minecraft.
Yeah.
And why? Like, I love Minecraft. It's a great game, but why Minecraft? I mean, it's like you've done a lot on it. I could tell from so far your one stream is 1 hour 47 minutes, and it's titled Flexouz Never Dies, which love the title by the way. I'm a big guy for titles and thumbnails and such because a good title will pull someone in.
That's what I always try to do. Sometimes I should throw like puns in it from like Minecraft related stuff.
Oh yeah,
it helps as well. But yeah, the title is basically because I play hardcore. I actually don't enjoy normal Minecraft anymore. I like the thrill of not like well, of course you never want to die, but like if you die, you lose everything. I love that thrill. And since 2 years now, I actually have not died in any hardcore world I've played in. I recently lost my world, and I have a new PC because of that as well. My hard drive crashed, and bro, it's I of course did make backups and also put them online so I could take them off like a cloud or something, but I lost a lot of progress anyway, and the world was kind of like, okay, I have everything, creeper farms, sugarcane farms, iron farms, everything, if the people know what that means. And I was like, you know what, let's just start over, and that's what I'm doing now in 1.17. So that's very fun. I recently made a creeper farm. I'm now working on the sugarcane farm.
Yeah, I know what it feels like. I think the longest I survived in a hardcore world was 6 months. Of course, I know what you mean by getting bored by normal Minecraft, where it's just like, okay, I died like 3 times, and I don't feel like there's a consequence besides maybe losing my diamond pickaxe to lava. Exactly.
But you just get back to your bed. You can just get your diamonds again, make new stuff. I don't like that anymore.
Yeah, but I also primarily play modded Minecraft.
Oh, I have a modded SMP actually, running with people and playing. Yeah, ooh. And a hardcore SMP, of course.
Yeah, it's since we both had that in common. We love Minecraft. The question is, what got you into it?
Oh, bro. It was 2010, 11. I had my first laptop, like alone, like my laptop for myself. And I needed a game to play. Well, I started playing that game, Microvolts. And because my neighbor's kid was also playing it. And we were like playing it together. I was even playing, it's a shooter game, by the way, with like 7 weapons you have to use at once almost. You have to like think about what weapon you have to use at like a split second. But I was playing without a mouse. Can you imagine playing a shooter without your mouse? On a laptop? Bro.
Oh, yeah.
So we used to sit on like the couch playing a shooter game. I can almost not like get it in my head right now if I have to think about that. Playing a shooter game on your couch on a laptop. But yeah, then he played Minecraft. I tried to play Minecraft on that laptop. My dad had to do like a ton of things to like Java to make it work. Eventually, I got into a flat world with 10 FPS, and I started building, and I really loved it. And I was 11 at that time. I got a new laptop when I was 12. Then I could play normal Minecraft. But if I got in like the jungle biome, it was not possible anymore. Some people still have that this day. When they get into a jungle biome, their PC just says, nope, we're not going to do this, because there's just so much stuff there that needs to be shown.
Yeah, and people think that, Minecraft is no graphics, it doesn't take that much. It takes a lot more than people think.
My hardcore SMP is now on 1.16.5. I wish I could have done it on 1.17, but it's just the people I normally play with can't run 1.17. They just can't anymore. The 1.16.5 is like the last version they can play. They can even play 1.16.5 with mods, 30 mods, runs fine. But once they load 1.17, it just crashes.
Yeah, and I think that's a bug that's going on in Minecraft. I don't know for certain.
Yeah.
Or it could also just be their hardware.
Yeah, it is. I mean, they don't even have a graphics card. It's like integrated thing, and
Yeah, I know what you mean now. Okay, so
Yeah.
I was gonna say I know when 1.17 came out, there was a little bug that Microsoft and Mojang had to worry about, but they fixed it just like
Yeah.
that. So I was wondering if it was like that going on.
No, we tried recently again. Even installed Java 16. Like it's not even an official Java. Well, it is, but if you download Java, you get Java 8, and you need to search for Java 16, which work with 1.17.
So it's just a hardware issue.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not a
just
software.
not good. And I told them, guys, save some money now. So when 1.18 comes out, we can all play that. Hold on. You know?
Yeah, I know. So.
How did you get into Minecraft?
I actually used to hate it when it
Why?
came out. Like, I was like, why is this game so popular and such? It's like playing with Legos. And my brother's like, yeah, that's the fun part. And so then the Enderman Jungle Biome stuff came out. I was like, you know what, I'll try it. And I was like, I'm just going to play for an hour.
Okay.
It was during the summer. Next thing I know, an hour turned to 8, and my dad was like, hey, it's time to go to bed. I was like, wait, what?
Well, I know, man. I know the dad part as well. Like, hey, you're still doing computer stuff. Why don't you do something else, man? What the heck? You've been on this thing for 8 hours. What are you doing?
Yeah, and it definitely was one of those things where it's like, it all depends on the thing. 8 hours of work feels like a long time. 8 hours of gaming, it feels like nothing.
Exactly.
Yeah, and now is what I primarily play. It's like my dad runs his own server computer with a bunch of servers, and we try out different mod packs and such, and it's just actually probably one of those things where I would, to put it bluntly, probably be doing stupid stuff if I didn't have Minecraft. If I didn't have gaming.
I have no idea what. Yeah, well, I'll probably find a hobby, maybe lose some weight, stuff like that. But it's just normal stuff, right? Nobody likes that, right? Just gonna.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's like I learned recently most of my friends are getting that I used to call friends are getting in trouble, and here I am being like, man, stupid creeper.
Yeah. God damn, he blew my stuff up again.
Yeah. So with Minecraft, is there any challenges you do to make the game interesting, or do you like speed run? Do you?
I've never done a speed run. No. I don't think I would like that as well. Well, to be honest, I think I would like it, but it's just so much to learn now. With like the bastion routes you need to know. When you get into the nether, like you need to do something with your F3 and like your FOV to find like fortresses or something. I have no idea how they do it, but there's just so much you have to learn. I don't know. I'll just play some hardcore.
I've done speedrunning 3 times, and my shortest time is 2 hours.
Whoa.
And people are like, man, people are like, that's a long time. And compared to how long Minecraft normally takes, if you're playing normal, that's actually not that long. But still, it's just like seeing people like Dream or other speedrunners, how they do it. I'm just like, I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, but yeah, well, it's just they get those times because they do it so much, and like they just have to get one good seed, and if they don't fuck it up in that seed, then it's all fine.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. It's I think the one time I fucked up a speed run was actually not me, it was my kid who came in, and I did not know my laptop I'm actually using to record this on was not plugged in. So he came up and was talking to me. I was like, okay, let me finish what I'm doing. And I came back, and the laptop was off.
Oh no! Oh, that's the worst.
Oh, it is. I was like, okay, I'm done for today. Went
Yeah,
and
exactly.
closed.
I would just quit for the whole day.
Yeah. So, what is your best memory with streaming or content creation in general? I'm not talking about like that internship. I'm talking about like you started your own thing. What's your best memory so far?
It's a good question. I think my best memory is spending 1 million RT in that game. I had like 50 viewers, which was insane. I've never had that much amount.
Yeah.
That it was insane. And 1 million RT is like 350 euros. If we talk about 350 euros spending in a game, a lot of big streamers do that daily. But for that game, it was insane. Like nobody was spending any money almost on that. So everyone came, and I really loved that. It even got into 2 streams, like 50 viewers the first one and then 35 the other one. I was really like, whoa, this is cool. I love this. You know, so many people watching, and I love doing this, and they're like chatting, and I can like reply back, and that's when my love came for streaming. If that didn't happen, maybe I wouldn't be streaming today, to be honest. I just loved what happened there. That's like my best memory then.
Yeah, I understand what you mean with that. Is like we always think about the good memories and such. Like you said, you had 50 viewers, which is just amazing to think about. With how it's like that's 50 people coming to watch.
Yeah, exactly.
A little.
Yeah, like who am I? I'm just sitting here, spending some RT.
But with every good, there is a bad. So what's the first bad memory that you can think of?
Bad memory. Bad memory with streaming. I don't. I mean, I died in a hardcore world once, 3 years ago. That sounds like a bad memory, but creeper came from above. Couldn't stop. Couldn't stop him. I don't know. I actually don't know.
Creeper comes in and be like,
yeah.
How you doing?
Yeah, I was fighting another creeper. Like I was just pushing the other creeper away. I would normally just killing him, and then he came from above. And if they come from above, they will explode, even if they didn't touch the ground. So yeah, that was rip. I still had iron only, so it wasn't like a big world. But I don't think I had any bad memories. I can't think of anything. No.
That is good.
What's your bad memory then?
That is.
Now I'm curious.
So Twitch added in. This is when I was still streaming on Twitch. Twitch added in more tags like ADHD, schizophrenia, stuff like that. So I used a schizophrenia tag, and I was playing Minecraft, and I was streaming to 3 people, and it jumped to 17.
Oh, that sounds good.
And yeah, I was not paying attention to the numbers. That's one thing I always would tell people: don't pay attention to the numbers. You'll grow.
Oh, that's for sure.
If you do it right. They started messing with me because one big problem of mine is seeing things that aren't there, and they're like, "Oh, there's something behind you." I thought they were talking about Benji here.
Oh, they said there's something behind you.
Yeah, they were trolling, and I was like, "What they didn't know is that technology is like it's kind of like a Snapchat filter. If you still use Snapchat, it can make me see what's actually there and what's not." And I was like, oh yeah, sure, whatever. And it just kept going and going and going. And finally, I was actually about to end it, but one of my good friends, who's also a mod for my channel, came in and just banned them all.
Okay.
And was like, and his words were basically, nobody's fucking.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. It's good to have such friends.
Yeah. But no, that's probably the worst one I could think of, and it wasn't really that bad.
No, yeah, well.
And sorry, allergies is messing with me today. It's like,
It's probably because we're talking a lot. If you're talking and
Probably.
you're already sort of sick, then it's get worse because you're putting pressure in this area. I'm not a
Oh, I
doctor
did
or
not know
anything,
that.
but I just have experience in when I talk a lot, I get sniffy and stuff.
Oh yeah. Um. So is content creation like a goal of yours to actually turn to a career, or
No,
is
Look, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I'm not doing this for this. It's just a hobby. But if it turns out to be something, I would be really happy and would be really glad with that opinion. If opinion with that opinion with that, what do you call it? Uh, opportunity.
opportunity?
Yeah, if I get that, then of course.
Yeah, I know what you mean with that. It's like right now is just a hobby to do.
Yeah.
And if it turns to something, then I'll be thankful. But if it never turns to anything, then hey, at least I'm not out there committing
yeah,
crime.
yeah, exactly. And I'll still be doing it even if it doesn't turn into something. I'll probably still do this for like 10 years.
I just realized I never asked, where did the name come from?
Well, I was listening to Post Malone, the song called "Go Flex." I was listening to that a lot. He just like grew big with White Iverson. I don't know if you know that song. I don't know if you know how Post Malone like became big. It was White Iverson, and like "Go Flex" was like in that list as well. And I was listening to that and talking to a lot of French people. And they were saying a lot of French stuff. I can't really remember that much anymore, but I was listening to that song and you know how French people like, yeah, I don't know what words they use, but like ooze or something. They have like those type of terms. So I said, go flex. And then he said something and in my head was just like Flexouz or something. For some reason, I had that in my mind. And when I said that, well, I singed it actually. I was like, hey, that sounds cool, because I was still using my own name in my like game names, sort of at that time. So I was like, "Hey, that sounds sick." So I googled it, and I first did it with an S. So I googled it to see if someone was using it or anything, and then I was like, the S looks kind of weird. Let's just do a Z, and that's sort of how I got there. And nobody
Yeah.
was using it. Still to this day, I still get messages like, "Oh, that's a cool name. Never even heard of that," or like something close to that. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's a cool name. It's like it was definitely interesting to read, and I was like, man, I'm probably going to butcher this name, but hey, apparently I didn't.
Flexouz. A lot of people get it right, but some don't.
Yeah. And I always love hearing stories behind names and such. So it was actually interesting to hear. So with is right now your only goal to primarily just stream Minecraft, or is there other games you're thinking about adding?
Oh,
to
I've
your
been
roster?
playing Warzone for a lot of time as well, but there's not really a game I enjoy these days. I would like to find like an adventure game which sort of looks like with like not like Minecraft, but like a little bit not cartoony, but like that kind of vibe. Like an adventure game.
Have you heard of Have you heard of Taria?
No. What?
Is a 2D
Oh,
adventure
Terraria.
Minecraft.
Oh, yeah, I've heard of that. I never played it, but I'm not really more like first person or third person, and like a little bit of fighting, maybe even like a different type of classes, like mage or something, and just a lot of adventure stuff. Because Minecraft, I love Minecraft because it was such an open world and you can discover stuff. But like, I've seen everything, so I would like to get like a sort of Minecraft type of thing, but then new. That's why I started getting into mods. But that's also like I add a new mod, then I spend one night on it, and I know everything, and then it's okay. Yeah, cool.
Have you looked into mod packs where there's like multiple mods?
I've tried to play RL Craft as well, bro. I haven't died, but it's just I didn't really like it because it just was so much. Sorry, I'm really.
Yeah. Yeah,
It was so much. Just maybe that was too much to learn.
I know what you mean. Yeah, I know what you mean with RL Craft. A few friends of mine was like, man, we need a mod pack. And one recommended RL Craft, so we tried it. And every 5 steps, we were dying.
Really?
And they were new to mod packs. Yeah, they were new to mod packs. So I was like, hey, let's go to a simpler one. So we went to Sky Factory 3. It's like once you learn mod packs, then maybe we can get back to RL Craft.
Yeah, because RL Craft has like a lot of mods in there, which you can find in normal like mod packs.
Yeah, and it's just one of those things where it's like, oh, realistic Minecraft. It's like, last time I checked, there was not a dragon in real life.
Well, I see one.
Yes. So I'm trying to think of a few more questions. So this will be the point where you can ask me the questions you got, and as I think of some, I'll chime in.
Okay. How did you get into content again?
Okay, so I started wanting to start back in, let's see, I'm 25 now, so I wanted to start back in 2008, 2009. Like, and so I was like 12, 13, I think.
Quick math.
And
yeah.
Yeah, quick math. And I was like, okay, so I was watching like Captain Sparkles, the Yogscast, a bunch of those, going like, man, I want to do this, but I don't like the language they use primarily.
Why not?
Which is
they were
like the
okay.
language.
Yeah.
And of course, at the time, anytime I said like shit and such, my mom and dad's like, what did you say?
Yeah, I think that's a privilege I had. Like, my parents didn't understand what I said, right? They wouldn't. They are not really into English. They don't really know English as well.
So you can slip stuff past it.
Exactly.
Nice. But I was learning everything I can about YouTube.
Yeah.
Because I started on YouTube. And so I was like, okay, now that I am here, and this was back in 2013, 2014.
Okay.
And got a hand-me-down computer that could barely run a game, let alone record on it.
I know the problems.
So if I have to turn down the settings on whatever game I want to play to record.
Even the resolution, 800 times 600. So stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah, the first game I actually recorded on this hand-me-down computer was the original Bioshock.
Oh.
And I just had to plane my camera on the top and such, where my webcam's actually over. And I was just like, okay, let's see if I can get this to work. I uploaded it unedited, nothing going for me. And I was excited. I got 1 subscriber on YouTube. And I was like, oh my God. And then over time, I started working, started getting better hand-me-down computers and such. And I just kept trying and wasn't giving up on it. And now here I am on a laptop that I traded in. Oh, this is one hurt saying. I traded my brother for this laptop for a computer that luckily we were able to switch the graphics card, but it had a 3060 in it.
Wait, did you just say you traded your brother?
I know I traded with my brother. My bad.
I traded my brother for this laptop. I was like, what? Oh my God. Bro, I was like, what is this?
Yeah. Okay, yeah, I traded with my brother. He had this laptop that I'm using. I gave him my youngest brother. I gave him my computer. He gave my dad his graphics card.
Yeah.
So we swapped graphics cards, and my brother has that computer now.
Okay.
Cruel. And I felt bad having to give up a computer with a 3060 in it. I was like, oh.
Yeah, bro, that must hurt. What do you have now?
I have a 1060. Okay. So it's like 2-3 generations down.
Yeah, the 2000 series and the 1600 series are in between.
Yeah, so three generations down. And I was like, man, I'm not going to be able to get much done with this. And, I get a lot done with it.
Oh, it's like, good.
It's like I'm playing... I'm playing games at like 120, 130 FPS. And I'm only should be running 80 or 90 FPS. And I'm just like...
yeah, with a 1060 these days. That's pretty impressive, not going to lie. It's like a gaming 1060 or something, or...
Yeah, it's the 1060 Max Q, the Max Quiet Edition, which is supposed to be the worst edition. I'm just like...
Oh, okay. Yeah, I recently got a 2060 RTX.
That's a good one.
Yeah, but it's like the RTX 2060, like the 3060. If you go to like a 70 of both of those series, it's like already like 10 times better. It's still like the kid of the series.
Yeah, that one is like, I want to sit at the adult table. It's like, okay, sure. And it moves them to the kid table and say, you're at the adult table now.
It still works perfectly. You can stream even like the newest games with it, but not on like the highest quality.
Yeah. But no, that's just a long way of saying, like, I just been doing content creation as long as I can remember. I gave up a few times for work or family, but I always come back to it, and I don't know why. It's just...
It's fun.
It just wasn't that...
It's something. Yeah. It's also something you can, like, express yourself in, I would say. Like, in normal day life, we don't really talk a lot about stuff, but if you're, like, streaming, you're just doing your thing and having fun, and that's what people like, of course.
Yeah, and it's always nice. It's like, I have a few viewers that always stuck around, and it's just like, if I'm making a video, if I upload a video or I stream, it's just like hearing them saying stuff like, I just started high school, or I'm just graduating, which just makes me feel old. Yeah. Most of my viewers when I started were in high school, and now they're graduating. They're either in or they're graduating college. I'm just like, oh.
Yeah. I mean, I'm 22. I'm like still... you're 3 years difference only, but I know how it feels. I have some viewers also that like, I just graduated. I was like, what? Wasn't that like 5 years ago?
Yeah, and it's just like, you don't realize how much time flies by with streaming and such, because it's just like, you look at it and it's like, oh, this is day 3 of me streaming and such, and like getting back into it, and you hear from people you sad to say, but you forget about, because you don't talk to them unless you're streaming, and then they remember you, and you're just like, what?
Where are you again? Oh, I know you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time goes really fast. It's actually insane. Like, if you think about it, what did you do 5 years ago?
5 years ago.
What did you do 5 years ago?
Got married.
Doesn't that sound like maybe like 2 years ago?
Oh yeah, it does. Oh my God.
I know, right? I started thinking about that a lot this week. Like, what did I do 5 years ago? Sounds like 2 years ago. Then I started asking others, what did you do 5 years ago? And they said, like, I ended school. Doesn't that sound like 2 years ago? They said, yeah. What? How? That's how fast time goes. It's 5 years ago, but it feels like 2. Isn't that? Yeah, that's just how fast time goes.
Yeah, I'm looking at my camera and I'm like, with the gray hairs.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah, no, it was just amazing. It's like I was thinking back. It's like my kid is 4 going on 5, and I'm just like, holy crap! It's about to be 5 years since my son is born. Oh my goodness!
20 years old, huh? And then a dad.
Yep, 25 and a dad.
Well, 20. You were 20 when you got your first kid, right?
Yeah, my son was born when I was not too long after I turned 21.
That means I would have already had a kid right now. Nah. Not happening.
Before we have this midlife crisis, what other questions you got for me?
Well, I was thinking, like, you stopped this interview or podcast. I mean, like, you stopped this podcast, right? You walk outside of your door.
Yeah.
You see a lottery ticket with 10 million on it. What are you gonna do?
Oh, you're asking one of these like what do you do questions. I love these. First thing I'll do, I'll make sure it's legit, of course. Be like,
it's legit. You'll get
this.
exactly 10 million on your bank account. No like tax off of it, anything. 10 million, boom, on your bank account. Nobody's gonna ask like, what's that? You can just do whatever you want.
So 10 million tax free. Everything's already taken care of. Okay. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to pay off my parents' house and be like, okay, let's get out of this city. Let's get out of this state.
What state do you live in?
Let's go. What state do I live in? I'm in Kansas. Okay. I'm literally in the middle of the U.S. It's like, you know when people talk about the U.S. and they talk about like different states like Kansas, like there's nothing to do. Yeah, there's nothing to do.
Okay. Yeah, typically if I think about America, it's like either East Coast, like New York type of stuff, if that's East Coast. Yeah, it is. And like West Coast, like Los Angeles and stuff. That's like the two primary things you talk about. It's like the coasts.
Yeah. But yeah, no one talks about Kansas unless you're talking about the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but literally I'll pay off this house, be like, okay, say we're not bringing anything. We're getting brand new everything that we need. And like,
okay.
How
much would that cost?
Paying off the house would be $300,000. Getting a brand new good sized house would probably be about $700K to $1.3 million. Oh, you can just tell I already looked into this.
I can tell, yeah.
And getting brand new everything would probably be about $4 to $4.5 million. Like brand new electronics.
Whoa.
And books and such.
Whoa.
So that would leave $2.5 million for savings and bills and such.
And then 2.5 for?
Oh yeah, that would be $5 million. So 2.5 probably to
invest.
Invest and spoil ourselves, like get a good car and such.
Yeah, with 10 million, I would just, what you said, pay off family house, right? That's just the best thing to do. And you'll make a lot of people happy with that. And try to make more out of it. Even though 10 million is a lot, and you can probably live with it, but try to make more out of it. You know, get like a monthly income which is like stable. Let's say you buy a house for like, I don't know how much houses there cost, but like, for example, if I buy a house here for 400K, I can probably rent it for 1.5K a month. And if I buy that, it's like, it's there. I bought it and I get 1.5K per month forever. You know, you need to think like that. If you get 10 million, I would say. Because even if you have like 5 million in your bank account, I'd rather have, let's say, 7.5K per month coming in than having 5 million in my bank account.
Yeah.
That sounds smart.
Yeah, and plus with that stable income from like investing or having houses people can rent from, and so having that stable income is like it's not just the American dream; it's the dream of the world.
For sure. It's not hard to get that. I mean, it's not easy to get that. Whoa, not hard. I was going to say, hey, you got a job for me, Flex? No. It's really hard.
Yeah, we're actually. I'm not ending it, but I just realized we're at 45 minutes, and this is how my podcast always turn to. It's just you're just like,
yeah,
wait,
what the heck? Hold on, man.
Just...
Oh, you're right. Holy shit.
I just like to turn it into where we're just talking, banter, such like that. One question I do have to ask: where did the hack come from?
I saw an ad for a really cheap website where you can get really cheap stuff. I was like, let's go on it. And then I saw the hat, and I was like, that hat looks cool. I want to get that. So I got it. It's like a frog hat, if you didn't notice yet. And since I have it, I always wear it on every stream. My whole page turned into like frog stuff. My banner and YouTube logo have the hat in it, drawn by a viewer. And I just really love it.
Yeah. Would you say that's like your favorite thing right now?
Yeah. And I'll probably have it like for as long as I stream. I'm even planning on buying some more until like this one, gets a little bit dirty, maybe.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's like I used to have this Pikachu hat that I got from an ex. And
yeah.
She was like, "Hey," since we're not together anymore, can I have the hat back? I was like, "No."
Yeah, what the heck? It's my hat.
Yeah, and it's just funny. It's like I turned into that, and then this became part of it, and recently this became part of it.
What's that?
It's a Cheshire cat from Alice in Wonderland.
I have no idea.
Oh, so everyone knew about Alice in Wonderland.
Well, I know about Alice in Wonderland, but I think it's just way too long ago since I've seen that.
Yeah, you remember the original Disney cartoon?
Huh?
No. Afterwards, you could just look up the original Disney cartoon and see this thing.
Yeah, I was never really into TV and movies. I can't watch like series on my own as well. I just want to do something.
Yeah, I love Alice in Wonderland. I love stuff like that. I also like the Cthulhu mythos. I love reading a bunch of stuff. Which brings me to this. Besides streaming, what's the hobby of yours?
That's a good question. Streaming is my hobby, actually. What else do I do? I recently started running. Like, trying to lose some weight. That type of stuff.
Yeah, I try running and such, and then it's just one of those things where it's like I get like trying to figure out how to convert it. I think I get like 5 or 6 kilometers. I think that's a long one.
Yeah.
And then it's like I'm just like okay, I'm
here
now.
On the street. Yeah, I know. I recently became in love with running because I can listen to my music, and just be out there listening to my music, nobody around me. Because that's the thing. I have like this sort of social stamina which runs out really fast. If I'm around people, like after 30 minutes, I need to go away. Otherwise, I explode. Otherwise, I just can't. I can't sit there. It's one problem I have. And the thing is, I don't know if you saw it, but I only listen to one artist as well.
Oh, I miss him. I loved his music. Well, I still love his music and such.
Yeah, I've recently just putting unreleased songs into my Spotify list because the other ones, I listened to all of them. Like last year, I was top 0.02% listener on Spotify of views. And this year, I can only imagine it's going to be even higher. And I just it's weird because he just yeah, I don't. Maybe he did save my life a little bit, um, especially in that song where he sung like, "I know that my lyrics saved you." It's I don't really want to talk about how he sort of saved me. I don't feel comfortable with that on the internet, but whenever I listen to him, um, I just get like into this zone where I forget about everything around me, and
Oh yeah.
yeah, just that feeling in combination with running, and then that running being part of losing weight is just such a good combination right now, that I love it so much. Sorry, I just
You, man.
yeah, I can talk a lot about that topic, but
But that's more personal than that for you.
yeah, maybe like in 5 years or something.
Yeah.
But
And
I can
know
I can
you
actually like
mean.
tell the reason why, because I had 5 relationships and 4 of them cheated. 4 out of 5, and after that I tried to be in another relationship, which is the 5th one. So like the first 4 cheated, and I just can't sort of anymore. Right? It's just insecurities. Why do you say it in that way? Even stuff like that, and I'm really trying to control it, but it's just really hard. And I'll just let it slide for like a couple years now.
Yeah. And I know what you mean. Like, speaking of like things that saved us, or stuff that happened, it was actually I don't mind talking about this because like if I can help a person with the story, then I know it's for a good reason. It's like when I was little, I was in a bad place.
Okay.
In a span of 2 months, I lost 4 family members.
Oh wow. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and also around that time we lost pets because in the neighborhood we were in, there were people like poisoning animals and
What
such.
the fuck?
Yeah.
Why?
And I was in a really bad spot because of stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I started listening to music. I started gaming and such.
Oh, music and gaming, the combination is just perfect, bro.
Oh yeah, and it was just something interesting about the combination. Is like, it's not just one of those moments where it's like, oh, I've been gaming for 8 hours. In fact, during the summer, my parents did not care how late I was up, as long as I still got work done. So I would do housework and listen to music, and I'll go back in game, and I would sit down and game, not move for 16, 17 hours. One time I actually fell asleep, hands on the keyboard.
No, you didn't. No
Yeah,
way.
I did.
Okay, I've
My dad
never fell asleep behind my keyboard. Damn.
Yeah, my dad was like, John, you okay?
Well, that's
And I
insane.
was
That's like a whole new level.
I woke up, drool dried right here, and I was like, what?
Jesus.
When I fell asleep and I had a radio on, and I fell asleep for 20 hours.
20 hours?
Like I was done mentally. I was done physically. But afterwards, I got up and talked to an uncle I was really close to, and he was like, "Hey, everything will be okay, man," and such.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he didn't say the quote, but after a while, I went into high school, and this substitute teacher of mine said a quote, and he told me straight out, school is not for me, and I love telling this story because I was like, I'm sorry, what did I do something? Is it something I'm wearing? He's like, no, it's like I could just tell. School's not for you. You're going to do something great. You're going to do something amazing. You might change the world.
Wow.
But school is not for you because, as well as having schizophrenia, I'm also dyslexic.
Okay.
Like, like I found that out when I was like trying to read a book and I was saying words wrong. And in English class, in literature class, having to read To Kill a Mockingbird.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my teacher was like at the time was like, "Are you okay?" It's like, "Yeah, these letters are moving." I was like, "Oh." Yeah, but to cut the story short, it's basically one of those things where it's like, where he said, I could see in 10, 15 years, I could see you on the news doing something that changed the world for the better.
Oh.
And not too long after that, I got told I wouldn't be able to graduate, and I dropped out.
Okay. You're still a dropout now?
Yeah, I got my general education diploma a few months ago, and I'm working on going to college.
Congrats on the plumber thingy. That's your job now as well?
My right now work for me is I can't do normal jobs, so work for me right now is streaming and content creation.
Oh, okay. How do you pay bills exactly then? Like,
I'm on disability for my mental disorders and such, and so I pay bills that way. And I when I was on Twitch, I used to get paid from Twitch. Actually, I got paid twice, and then I saw the changes they were making, so I left Twitch.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's nice that it's possible. It's good that we live in a world now that if you're actually not able to work or have like a certain problem, that you're still able to have like your own personal space and your own, like, you know what I mean? Like your own thing without having to sort of worry. You probably have a lot to worry about. I can only guess. Still. Yeah, exactly. But like, you have like the base, like you're settled in, you know. It's just wonderful that it's possible now.
Yeah, which brings me to trying to remember. Oh, okay. So this is a question I like to ask. Where do you see yourself in 6 months, 1 year, and 5 years? Like, let's start with 6 months. Where do you see yourself in 6 months?
6 months. Minus 10 kilo. If you know, do you know what kilos are?
Try.
Oh,
yeah, it's I didn't.
You
catch,
use
like,
pounds, right?
Yeah.
Minus 22 pounds.
What? Okay, 22. Okay, I thought it was.
I hope I can do that. I know it's possible because I actually went to the gym once, a little bit longer. But I lost four, which is 8 pounds in a month. But that's like the first month. Then it goes, of course, you know, a little bit downwards, if you would say. So yeah, minus 22 pounds. I'm hoping to have like maybe like 10 viewers average per stream. That would be nice in 6 months. But the rest, I don't really know. I'm just trying to work on myself a bit. Still having my job, of course. And then streaming. That's in 6 months. In a year, I really don't know. Because I work like sort of part-time now. And in a year I have to start thinking about actually like starting a career. Otherwise, I won't be able to get a house and such. So that's what I have to worry about in a year. And half a year, and what did you say? 5 years. Well, I'm always the person that said I'm gonna die young, but 25 years is a little bit too young. 5 years. Yeah, it's either just having my own place, just chilling there, doing my own thing. Yeah, that's basically it. In 5 years, I'll have my own house. I'll be like free in my head, sort of, because I can't be free in a house with other people. So, and now I sound like I have a lot of problems, but I don't. But it's just I need my private space, sort of. I know a lot of people,
Oh, I
probably
know
a
what
lot
you
of people
mean.
that watch this think like, oh, I want that too. That would be amazing. That's probably it in 5 years. Yeah, my own place and just living life then.
Yeah, I know what you mean with that.
Lay back.
When it's like I'm talking to somebody I consider like a good friend and such, like you, for instance, even though we barely mostly
Yeah,
just text,
yeah.
but
That's basically it.
it's always nice to just be relaxed and such. But no, it's like I love hearing people's goals, people's dreams and such, and because it's one of those things where if we look at it, we need something like that these days.
Mm-hmm.
And because, I mean, at least in the next question,
Oh.
how has the pandemic affected
Nothing.
you? Nothing?
No. It's just my whole life was already like going to work, then coming home, shower, do some stuff around the house, and then at night I would like sit here, stream or play a game, and that's it.
Oh, it's pink. It's the original pink going through. I was like, what's that spot on my monitor?
For me, really nothing. Before the pandemic, I actually like went to the clubs a lot. I stopped doing that. I also stopped drinking, sort of. I still drink sometimes, but not a lot anymore. So I obviously that close, but I wasn't going there anymore. So nothing really changed for me. Same with like the regulations right now. I'm fine with it. Like I go to a supermarket, put on my mask, which is actually not needed anymore. You don't have to anymore. Yeah, I just go with whatever the rules are. I don't know. Yeah,
flow.
like we should have gone to a concert last year, but we didn't go, and it was like, okay, well, that's actually perfect because then I have like a Saturday for myself. Let's go. and
Yeah.
it hasn't really affected me. I can't think of anything that would be different since the pandemic, to be honest. Like right now as well, if we go to a restaurant right now, we need to show a QR code. And a lot of people are against that. It's like when you get the vaccine, you can get a QR code in the Netherlands. And you have to show that to like prove you have the vaccine and like show your ID because it says your name. But a lot of people are against that, but I'm just like, well, if I want to go to a restaurant, I just open my phone, I show them my QR code, and I can go in, and that's it. Like, I don't care.
Yeah, you got a QR code. I got one of these.
Oh, wow.
A vaccine card.
A vaccine card.
Yeah, which...
What if you lose that?
Yeah. Oh, I could just go to where I got my vaccine and get another one, which I kind of need to. It's kind of ruffled.
Yeah, everything here is online.
Yeah, I know. Netherlands.
Yeah.
It's Netherlands, right? Okay. Netherlands is one of those places that is kind of really advancing a lot.
Oh, yeah. I have a friend from Romania, and he says that Romania is like 40 years behind the Netherlands.
No, you can't go on my desk. I'm sorry. Yeah, that cat likes to go on my desk and lay on my keyboard. It might mess things up. So,
for example, in Romania, if you go like outside of town, they have like dirty roads, like with dirt and stuff. Basically, if you go to the middle of nowhere in the Netherlands, there's always asphalt. There aren't almost no dirt roads.
That's how it is here, almost.
Do you
It's
pay
like
a road
we're-
tax?
we call that I think it's we pay some type of tax for it. I'm trying to remember what it's called. We man, I don't remember what it's called. I'll have to look it up and find it.
It like depends on how much your vehicles weigh. That's how much you have to pay.
Oh, we don't pay. We don't pay that. We pay like a construction tax. I guess is the best way to put it. It's not actually what it's called. It's where it's like the taxpayers' money for like the city and such.
Yeah, okay.
Will get put together and it'll go towards fixing the industry and such. Or man, I'm saying it wrong now. I'm sorry, I scared you.
The cat.
But yeah, the cat's like, I want to be on. But what other questions you got before we think about ending this?
What's the funniest thing that happened to you recently? The funniest.
My son, who's
Yeah.
4, my brother was messing around with him, and he was messing with my dad. My dad said a joke, and my brother went, "What the fuck?" And my son went, "What the hell? We don't say that." We were just, yeah, we were just like,
oh my god!
and he imagine a 4-year-old he's tall for his age. He's about 3 feet, which I think is like 1 meter.
Sure. Yeah.
I think
Okay.
he's
Yeah.
around 1 meter.
Almost. Yeah. Okay.
So he's around 1 meter, a little bit over, and he walked up to my brother and just did this hand motion and said, like, "What the hell? We don't say that." And I was just like, funny.
That must.
Funniest. Yeah. Oh, he says a lot of stuff that he shouldn't say, and it's like my family's laughing. Here I am, just being like,
Well, that's funny.
yeah. Once you become a parent, you understand, like, you want to laugh, but you can't because you will encourage it.
I mean, yeah. Okay. He said hell. That's probably why it's bad. But otherwise, it wouldn't be bad, right?
He says a lot worse, and like, he said he had a Lego thing, and he hit like my mother, my dad, and such with it. My mom went, "What did you hit me with?" And he said twat.
Oh. But he hit it with Lego.
Yeah, and he thought he made up that word.
Huh.
He really did.
Yeah, but he heard it somewhere.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. Oh, he probably heard it from school and such.
I can't imagine what school would be like right now. It's probably so different than when we have gone to school.
Yeah, it's like these weren't allowed when I was in school.
Oh.
These got taken away left and right, but now
Bro,
they're
we
allowed.
even had one teacher that was like with a basket, put your phone in, put it in.
Oh yeah.
I was like, no. And then he would say, okay. Because he couldn't force you still. But you weren't allowed to have it, obviously. Like, while in class.
Yeah, and kids these days are getting laptops, iPads, and such for school. And I'm just like, it's like I had to use a book and no paper.
Exactly. That's pretty much it. We still had computers, but that's it.
Yeah, no, like when I went to school, we had computers that we could get on to do research, but during class, it's like, okay, open your textbook to page 13.
Yep.
And now it's
go
like,
to this website.
Yeah. It's just amazing.
Yep.
How times has changed.
Yeah.
Is there anything else that comes to mind, or
No, not really. Maybe what inspires you to continue with what?
My son.
Good answer.
I got his initials on my
Wait.
arm.
Yeah.
Okay.
That doesn't work like that. IDS? IJS. You know what that means in Dutch? Ice.
No. So I got
Yes, you got
on my
ice on
arm.
your wrist. Or all wrist, almost.
Yeah, no, it's like after my divorce started, which I know most of the time that's people like, oh, I'm sorry. It's actually we're
Well,
actually happy. It
I can
happened.
imagine it could be happy to divorce.
Yeah, we were not in a good spot, but now we are. We're actually more friends now than we were, and I was like, man, I need something to remember why I'm working. So I got my son's initials. So every time I look at my arm, I see it, and I'm like,
this is what I'm doing it for. Exactly.
Yeah. What inspired you?
I don't know. No, I really don't know.
Yeah, but
I'm also a person that isn't like afraid of like dying and such. Like if I'll be gone tomorrow, I don't care. Sort of. Of course, I sort of care. Like I want to stay, but
yeah.
I don't know. I did nothing. I'm glad I can do this right now. Just work part-time and then have some time for myself. That works really well. But that's about it.
Yeah. Before we end this, there is speaking of all this, like there's one saying that kind of makes me think of this moment and such.
Mm-hmm.
You know how like you say you're not afraid to try things and such?
Yeah.
It makes me think of the saying from a big streamer and YouTuber. I don't know if you watch him, Harris Heller or Alpha Gaming.
No.
He said his saying on stream and on TikTok once. It actually kind of stuck with me. It's like we are taught that failure is the worst thing we can do.
Mm-hmm.
But for any successful businessman, millionaire, or like Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, stuff like that, they have a list a mile long of failures.
That's true.
Failure is the greatest teacher.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Which makes me think it's like I could think of 10 failures I could think of right now. Like I tried writing books before, but I failed. I still love writing. I still love putting my thoughts on paper. But I'm sure if we sit here and talk more, we can think of so many failures we have. And it's like, okay, I failed at this thing because I probably did it this way. I'm going to try again, but this way, and maybe succeed.
Oh, it's all about trying. Like, and I really think if you want to be successful in life, and you think like, for example, I want to get, I don't know, into bathrooms, like. Wait, that sounds really weird. That's really weird, but like into bathrooms, like become like the biggest, like a guy that like, yeah, exactly. If you work hard enough for it, I believe that you can do it. Well, maybe not the biggest, but like close to that. Achieve what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like, and don't be sad if you didn't achieve anything today. There's still tomorrow where you can achieve something significantly.
Yeah, and it's just like I know when I tell people as like they're like, man, I failed. I'm not going to achieve anything. It's like I was this way before I heard the quote, but just saying it. But now it's like it really hit me. I used to tell people, "Ooh, that a bubble got stuck in my throat too."
It's been a while since I've had that. Jesus.
Yeah, but I used to tell people it's like failure is just the beginning. And it's like and they'll be like, "What do you know?" And I would tell them, it's like, I've tried so many things. Like, why worry about what you can't do? Worry about what you can do right now to get to where you want to go. It's like, looking at it, YouTube's a great way of starting it, of putting it. You don't make a YouTube channel, boom, you're on 1 million.
No. Some kids do though. Some kids think that these days. It's like, oh, I'll stop making videos and then I can do that for the rest of my life. No.
Yeah, it's like you're at 0. When you're born, you're at 0. You're not born and you're at 1 year old. No, you're at 1 day.
Yeah, you don't only need to I had something in my mind, but like, you don't, when you're 0 years old, you have to like grow older. And it's the same thing with YouTube. You have to grow, but also like learn and invest before you can become bigger.
Yeah.
Of course, you can put out a video which for some reason goes viral, and you instantly become what you want to become, but that doesn't mean you'll instantly succeed. Because it happened to a lot of people where they were in position to become something great and still didn't, because they didn't have the experience what normal people would have if they started from 0.
Yeah. Which is just amazing to think about it. We live in a day and age that we could do just about anything we want to do.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can become anything you want to be as well. Well, maybe not president, but you know.
Well, I don't know about that. I'm not actually going to hit that because that might cause a lot of people.
Yeah. Let's not start about that, especially not me. I mean, I always make the joke or something like, Joe Biden is not my president, and then people say like, oh, well, why not? Well, I'm not from America.
Yeah, but this is actually a good spot to end it. We're about at 1 hour and 20 minutes, so I would definitely love to have you back on a podcast in a few years, see where you have came from, and see how far you've gone.
Of course.
And sorry, it was like I said, sorry, it's a few hours.
Oh, that's
late,
fine.
But
that's fine.
Happened. But I'll leave a link to his channels down below in the description. And is there anything you want to say before I do the outro?
No, the only thing I want to say is be sure to follow this guy, because he is, even though he might not be like the biggest like podcast thing ever, he's still trying to bring new content creators onto here and try to help them, even though, you know, let's be honest, there's not really a lot to achieve, sort of, if you understand what I mean. But you're still trying to help people, and that's really good. So if you're watching this and you don't know this guy, which would be really weird if you're watching this, but maybe you come from my channel, could be as well, if you like find this, or I'll probably like link it in some video, then be sure to check this guy out as well. Just subscribe to him. It's free. You can always undo it if you want to. Standard saying. And like this video, of course, if you like it. What I always do is it's going to be really fast. If you like the video, please like the video. If you don't like the video, don't like the video. But if you like the video, please like the video.
I actually heard that, which I know most people like what, but my outro is like this. If you guys liked what you see, please give the video a like, and if you want to see more, subscribe. And like I said, it's free.
Yeah.
Which we all love free things.
Yeah.
So, and this video will go up probably a little bit later than when we're recording it and such. But like I said, you can find his links in the description down below. I recommend him. He's a good guy.
I appreciate that.
And I will catch you all in the next one. See you then, all you beautiful people.
Bye-bye.
Bye.